Today I continue working on the Verge of the Void update for Minecraft's End. And we're moving away from the center end island because there's not really much more I can do here. I did that from the last episode, but we're going over there. Do stuff in the outer end islands. I streamed this on Twitch the other day and forgot to record, so I was trying to figure out how to build like trees using warp stem because it's warped and warp stem should be from the end, so we're going to have warped trees in the end. It's subject to change, it might have different textures. It's me experimenting trunks, and this was my attempt at a tree. A trunk at the bottom and then splitting out into 4 trunks. Yeah, this was me trying to make a tree made with leaves of obsidian and purple glass. It did not work. Amethyst. Amethyst can actually now will spawn in the end as like a plant type thing. But that's not the focus. We are focusing on these. I know what you're wondering. HydroWing, what have these got to do with the end? Well, they don't. Now, I wasn't able to get Blockbench working, but I was able to do something else. There's this texture pack. We have new textures. Now, I made a texture pack because, like I said, Blockbench, I couldn't get it to work. So we have a new ore, chiseled variant, which is definitely subject to change. It's supposed to be like a chiseled version of the endstone bricks, but the design is subject to change. Like, the design is supposed to be the vengeful heart of Ender from Minecraft Dungeons. I do not like this texture. I'm definitely going to change it in the future. Leaf, I call this warped ender grass. The textures for the tools might be different. They may not have textures, so the idea is that you can actually use endstone to make stone tools, just like blackstone. Other items, we've got leaves. I haven't actually tested if it goes well with this log. Or I should really say stem. If not, you can have different types of leaves, like for different types of trees in the end. We could have the warped ones, which we won't be using warped for. We'll be using like a blue type thing. I need to also design like a purple log. Besides the falling leaves, that's actually alright. And then we have this. It's based off the warped Nylene texture. How it's going to work is there's going to be like biomes where these trees can spawn. And warped stone grass. Entire biomes of this stuff. Now we have the ore here. In the end, if you go mining, there'll be this new ore, charolite ore. A bunch of this stuff is all subject to change, including this texture. Charolite. Yes, we're going to have charolite ore, which can spawn on the surface. Its uses, I'm not too sure. I like the idea of there actually being a purple gemstone in the end. It won't be used to make armor because that's just like netherite material there, and it's not going to be rare, so it wouldn't be used for. It's not going to be as rare as netherite. It's not going to be used to make armor. You know what? Charolite is actually used to make a new weapon, which I'm still thinking about. Smelt it, charolite ore in a furnace, or do you have to use? Ooh, now brainstorming. How do you obtain charolite? Okay, so now. Do I attain it with a netherite pickaxe or a diamond pickaxe? Well, the thing is, you can do it with both. Sure, you can use the diamond pickaxe to mine up the charolite ore. Okay, so when it comes to mining the charolite ore, we have 3 options. The 3 options we have is luck, silk touch, or diamond. Allow me to explain. Luck is the ore or the mineral, whatever you need to do. It doesn't drop 100% of the time because there's a factor of luck. Say if there was like a 50% chance of it dropping, that could actually get boosted by if you had a silk touch pickaxe. The next one we have is silk touch. The only way to attain the ore is if you had a silk touch pickaxe. That's option 2. And option 3 is that you can just use a diamond pickaxe. Diamond or netherite pickaxe. This one's boring, so it's never going to be this one. Choice is luck or silk touch. Luck being is like it's got a 20% chance of dropping, and the chances get increased by the amount of fortune you have. Or silk touch, you actually need a silk touch pickaxe, silk touch diamond pickaxe, to mine the charolite. Put your thoughts down in the comments. Now, moving on. I've basically covered everything, haven't I? Yeah, I've covered everything already. Do I have any other ideas? Oh, yes! That reminds me, another thing. There will be 2 other changes that I'll be introducing today, and that's to do with mobs in the end. Now, shulkers can spawn anywhere. They don't have to be in end cities. They could be on outer end islands. They could be on the main end island. Oh, they could be anywhere. But then there's another thing. Phantoms will now spawn in the end. That's basically it. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to share with your friends. Please comment down below which option we should do, if a luck way or a silk touch. You can either choose the luck pill. No, that's not true. Okay, we have 2 paths: the path of luck, the path of silk touch. Let us know. Let me know. I'm the only one working on this. If I had other people working on this, I probably would actually be able to get a mod working, but annoyingly I can't. Yeah, tell me what you think about the whole eventual Heart of Ender being a chiseled variant of Endstone bricks. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.